Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's map reading task. This week we've got a sunny day in the Peak District. I've taken a photograph and I've highlighted a feature on that, and I want to see if you can find that on the map, and can you also work out where the photo was taken from. Come back to that photo in a moment, but here's the map, which is the Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000 scale. Just as an aside, how can we tell that it's a 1 to 50,000 rather than the 1 to 25,000? Well, on 1 to 50,000 maps, the public rights of way, footpaths and bridleways are shown as red dashed lines. If it was the 1 to 25,000, these would be green dashed lines. So that's just a little tip as to how you can tell at a glance what scale the Ordnance Survey map is. Okay, let's go back to that first photograph. What can we see? Well, we're looking down a gradual slope, down this long drainage line, whether this is a ditch or a stream. We can't say. What we can say is the ground is dropping away gradually ahead of us, and to the left it's higher than it is to the right slightly. And then here the ground drops away, and then the feature we're looking for over in the distance, let's change to the zoomed map here. We've got a rocky outcrop just at the end where this spur starts to drop away. So a flat top there, and then the spur dropping away there. Okay, can we see any of that on the map? Let's have a look for that stream to start with, or the drainage line. It can't be any of these streams, because if we were looking down it, then the feature that we were trying to identify ahead of us would be way off the south of the map. So it's not any of these. Could be this one looking northwards. We've got crags there, we've got a spur coming down there, we've got another spur coming down there. Could possibly be this one with this spur here, or this one with the spur there. This one, this is a bit too short. The ground drops away quite steeply quite soon on this stream, so we discount that one. And then these streams here, these are on steep ground, and we know that we're not looking down steep ground, so it's going to be one of these three. Now remember what I said about the contour lines. Sorry, what I said about the height of the ground on the left being higher than it is on the right. Can we notice that on the contour lines? Well, if we look here, see how these contours come in and don't cross the stream at right angles. So if we were here, the ground just to our left would be higher than the ground to the right. So this contour is the 470, whereas here it's 480. So this area here is 10 meters higher than this area here. If we're on this stream, the contours cross pretty much at right angles, so the ground to the left will be the same height as the ground to the right. If we were here looking downstream, then ahead of us to the left, pretty much the same as ahead of us to the right, maybe slightly higher on the right hand side with this slight spur sticking out down here than it is on the left. So that makes sense that we're looking down this stream here. But what is that rocky outcrop that we could see? Well, could we be looking at Coombs Edge? Well, look at these contours. This edge is facing northwestwards. It's facing away from us, so it can't be that. Could it be this here? Well, that fits, doesn't it? We've got a spur sticking out with some rocky ground on it. And it looks like it's the first thing that we see on the photograph. Just go back to that photograph. Oh, sorry, I've gone the completely the wrong way on that. Let's zoom in. So looking down to the right, it's the first flat ground, rocky ground with a spur sticking out. But beyond that, if we look on the photograph, beyond it there's nothing. We can't see anything till way up in the distance, this high ground in the distance. So let's have a look on the map at that. I'm just going to put a little arrow on the map. So we've established that we are on this stream because the ground is higher to the left than it is to the right. We've said that we can't be looking at Coombs Edge because it's facing the wrong way. So we may be looking at this ground here with the spur coming down. But look at this. This height is 424. And away another kilometre beyond the high ground there is 443. So we would be able to see this high ground beyond this high ground because it's higher. So if we were looking in a straight line, we'd see that second spur beyond it. Whereas if this edge here is slightly obscuring this, and this spur is in what we call dead ground, then we wouldn't be able to see it, but we would be able to see that. So the answer is a photo taken from here overlooking Coombs Edge, this spur hidden in dead ground, and that feature that I've circled is this little rocky prominence just on the edge before we get the steep spur dropping down to the west, and the town is off the top of the map in this low-lying area here. So that was your answer this week. Not as easy this week, but hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's map reading task. Bye for now.